3, 2.
What up, my people? This is your boy Leo. I'm here with Ray, and welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Wrestle. Don't forget, we'll be live at 8 p.m. Enjoy the show.
All right. What a fun night. What a fun night it was for AEW. I will tell you that. It was definitely a fun night for AEW. One weird thing happened in the main event I was kind of confused about. And then it got cleared up throughout the match. It cleared up for me. I thought I was going crazy, but when we get there, I'll talk about it once we get there. Would you like to start off the show? Because I believe I won last week in the ratings, so you get to start us off.
All right. NXT started with Johnny Gargano and Dijakovic.
All right. That's nice.
Johnny has a new theme song and slogan.
Oh, yeah. Really?
The slogan is now all heart, no soul.
Yeah.
It's the same song, just slowed down now. Slow Zik again. Like this creepy matter way, like, you know, he's supposed to be in this insane character now. Like he'll do anything to win now.
Because he got no soul.
Yeah.
But he got all heart.
He has all heart basically, so
but no soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the match was a great match. Dijakovic hit his big spots. He had a chokeslam powerbomb on Gargano. Candice LeRae comes out. Dijakovic tells her, "You get in this match, and I watch what I do to you." And she was like, and she goes and tells the referee. The referee's like, "You shouldn't be here." And she's like, "I am legally married to that man in that ring right now." So obviously she helps. And then ending of the match, Johnny takes out the turnbuckle from the top. He does a little like mini Hurricane Rana, smashes Dijakovic's head on it, hits him with the jumping DDT off the apron, in which he calls one final beat. The match that was the name between him and Ciampa is his new finishing name. One final beat. But he's on the apron and he does that DDT. He calls it the one final beat. Says he beat Ciampa with it.
All right.
And he picked up the victory.
All right. How many clouds?
I gave this match 1 3/4 of a cloud.
Okay.
And to end this segment, I had a promo from Imperium, Barthel and Aichner. They challenged Riddle and Thatcher for the tag belts next week on NXT.
Oh, that should be fun. That should be a good match. That should definitely be good. All right, AEW opens up with I believe it is a new theme. Otherwise, I'm a horrible fan.
They have a theme song?
They have a theme song. They have a whole opening. They have the whole opening intro package.
Okay.
Right. They show a recap of last week real quick. You know, just boom, 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 boom. They never talked about last week in the show, really too much. Like they didn't go backwards. Like keep on recapping. JR introduces us. Welcome back, JR, to the commentary booth. It was very, very much needed.
They were live.
Yes, because they were live. So JR is introducing everybody, and he goes, "The Masked Man," and Tony Schiavone. Looks like Excalibur got no name now. He'll now be called the Masked Man.
It's all right. The Masked Singer is a show on Fox. It's
a hit. I know, it's definitely a hit.
He can't be bad.
So we start off with Cody versus Joey Janela.
Jesus, Cody's always starting shows.
Jesus. It was a fun match. They shook hands in the beginning.
Some wrestlers breathe.
Joey was coming in hot. Joey's 3-0.
Janela was coming back, right?
Yeah, Janela's coming back. So
from what?
He was just coming back.
He didn't have no injury. He was
no injury. Just coming back. You know, just like everybody else. He was on a 3-0 winning streak, so he's coming in hot. And there was some very good basic wrestling. It was very fun. We had a chop off early. Joey's chest and back looked beat, as Cody looks clean. So I guess Joey can't hit hard. Okay. That's what I got from that. But it sounded hard. But that was what it was. Cody seemed to have like maybe injured his elbow early on in the match. He had like this one spot where he like went outside the ring and his elbow hit like the guardrail, I believe, and he started like to sell it a little bit, but then it went away. There was another funny spot where Joey tried to. All right, so you know how the wrestlers when they run into the turnbuckle, they usually grab the ropes and then they like shoot over the other one that run in. He attempted to do that, and he went nowhere. But he did it outside the ring on like from the stage and the ring itself. He attempted to do it from there. He tried it. Cody looked at him. He didn't go nowhere, and Cody just hit him like, "All right, well, we're moving on." Like I'm letting you know we're moving on. Cody moonsaulted off the stage onto the floor. He did this really cool reverse suplex off the top rope, which was pretty sweet. Joey Janela did like this German suplex off the ropes. He shot Cody, like Cody was on the ropes, and he grabbed him, for like the suplex and this German, and it looked really bad. It looked like all of Cody's weight just came crashing down on his head. Cody did his cool. He did the Cody cutter, but he did it from like he jumped from the second to the top rope and then came jumping backwards and caught him with it, which was pretty cool. I like that a lot. Joey was hitting really stiff and really hard, but the chops didn't look like that. And Cody hits him with the crossroads, and that was the end of the match. It was a very fun match to watch. It was very interesting. It was good wrestling. I gave it 2 clouds. 2 clouds. I gave it 2 clouds.
Over Johnny Wrestling?
Yeah, over Johnny Wrestling. I got 2 clouds. I'm sorry. That's what I gave it.
Oh my god.
You gave it 1 3/4 of a cloud. You only a quarter of a cloud left. And then I had a segment to end that. It was a promo about the women's division. It was
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's Nyla Rose, Dr. Britt Baker, I can never pronounce her name. Hikaru Shida and Penelope Ford. They were the featured ones. They're the ones that their names were mentioned.
The champ was there?
So yeah, the champ was there. The champ came out for a match. So it looks like them 4 women are like
Fatal 4-way?
Not Fatal 4-way, but it looks like they're going to be like the featured women in the division for now.
The core 4?
Yeah, the core 4 for now.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we got on with the second round of the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, the fake Super Cup. And it was Gentleman Jack versus Akira Tozawa. It was an okay match. There were some nice spots. One spot in particular that was great. They were on the apron. Gentleman Jack picks up Tozawa. Tozawa comes off, gets back down, hits him with a DDT on the apron, rolls him back in, hits him with a splash off the top rope. Tozawa got the win and is now 2-0 in his bracket of the tournament. I gave this match half a cloud.
Gave it half a cloud. All right,
it wasn't nothing special. It was just that one spot where he caught him with the DDT right before he hits him with the, I don't know what he calls it, Tozawa splash or
that little Tozawa like senton bomb.
Yeah, the senton bomb off the top.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But he's 2-0 in the Cruiserweight division.
He's 2-0 in the Cruiserweight division and 0-2 on Raw. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah.
All right. Nyla Rose came out for a promo.
That's the champ?
Yep, that's the champ.
Okay.
Tony Schiavone was asking her, like, how does she feel? And she basically told Tony to shut up, sit down, and do your own job while she does her job. She was in a match against Kenzie Page, who's only 18 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's young.
Yep, very young. Nyla looked like the big bully she is, and this was your classic bully beatdown. That's all I gotta say about the match. It's a classic bully beatdown. Nyla wins with a senton bomb.
Oh my god.
Well, she don't win with the senton bomb. She does hit the senton bomb on this little poor girl, and then she hits the Nyla bomb.
Okay.
And then gets the 1, 2, 3. Bully beatdowns. They usually don't get no more than one cloud.
Now, is she fighting at double or nothing?
Yeah, she is definitely fighting at double or nothing. But I will give it a half a cloud.
And There's no opponent announced?
Not yet, but I will get to that much later.
And who do you think it will be?
I still have Okita Shida because there's a possibility of it happening. By the way, AEW messed up my beautiful Double or Nothing card. I have to rebook it now with the information I got and try to see what I can move forward with. As I'll go on, I'll explain what happened.
Okay, well then we had ourselves a division match in the ladies.
Ooh.
It was Xia Li
Uh-huh.
versus Chelsea Green.
Okay.
This got nothing important for me to say.
Okay.
Horrible match.
Oh, wow.
Aaliyah comes out of nowhere.
Aaliyah's horrible. I'm sorry.
She looks good. She looks good.
Let me.
She gets towards the entranceway. She distracts Xia Li.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Xia Li was about to super kick Chelsea, she got on the apron. Xia Li kicks her instead, and then Chelsea Green. All right, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know how I am. I was never really a fan of Christian, but after seeing the way Chelsea Green did her version of the Unprettier,
it's so much better.
Christian, I don't know what they're waiting for. Put him in the Hall of Fame now. It was ugly.
Oh, it was ugly.
Her version is ugly.
Oh man, she does the inverted
one. The name is cool.
She does the inverted one, or she does
one
the same.
did.
Okay,
but the name is cool. I like the name for it.
What's the name for it?
I'm Prettier.
Oh, okay,
I'm Prettier.
Yeah,
perfect. When I heard it, I was like, "You're lucky." The name goes with the character. The name goes with the character.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Robert Stone is out there. Of course, he lends his hand to Aaliyah. Aaliyah takes it, walks out. I guess they're gonna put Aaliyah with Robert Stone and have Stone have, I guess, a women.
So they're gonna start a women's stable.
A women's stable, and he runs it as like the agent.
Okay.
And that's what he is. Basically, he's not really a manager. He's just an agent.
Okay.
He comes out. He says that.
Well, he technically. Okay, we'll go with agent. That's fine because he does do the mic skills, but.
And she's going by the total package.
Why that sounds so familiar?
Like Sluga.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what Robert Stone is putting out there for everyone, for us to know. Like, here's the total package of the NXT Women's Division. Chelsea. I mean, I agree. I see her as the champion sooner or later.
Have you seen her Twitter, by the way? Not Twitter. She has a YouTube page, and she was trying on. Not for nothing. She was trying on bikinis.
She does the photo shoot promo.
Yeah, she looks really good.
She's with Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, no clouds. Like, I didn't even want to give it anything, but
I'm sorry. I totally apologize. That happened to you. I had an MJF promo. He was there on ringside.
He was there live, or it was a promo?
He was there. He was there live, but this was not the ringside promo I was talking about. But it's weird. So I have a few promos coming up, which all make sense, but it comes into a match after. So just let me explain. So MJF promo comes, and he's talking about how he's the next. How people are saying that they're the next big thing, even though they're 30 years old. And he's talking about, well, what's better than being the next best thing is being the thing, and how he's 24 years old and he's ratings, and that he has more it in his pinky finger than you do in your whole entire body. And then that lets us know that MJF will be in action next week. So MJF will be wrestling next week. And then right after that, they go into a Shawn Spears promo about how he blames Cody for letting Dustin's career end practically at the hands of Lance Archer. He said that if his little brother, because he is 11 years older than his younger brother, he let that note be known, and that if his little brother was in that state of where Dustin was, he'll do anything to protect him and shield him and stuff, and that he would have threw in the towel. And how could Cody call himself a brother if he allowed his brother to do that, and that he probably did it intentionally. And then it led up to the ringside interview with Tony Schiavone, MJF, and Shawn Spears. And Tony Schiavone let us know that MJF will be facing Jungle Boy at Double or Nothing. So there goes my MJF and my John Moxley match at Double or Nothing. He's now fighting Jungle Boy.
It should be a good match. I mean, those are the two guys that they've been trying to build for the long run.
Yeah,
So it should be good.
It should be good. If their match is really really well, I can see how like they'll like keep on doing it in different title scenes.
It's like a little test run match just to see how they work together, see how it looks, who needs to improve, or if they're gonna run it again sometime. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like in that one, I would give MJF the win.
Mm-hmm.
Give the heel the win because it's easy to build Jungle Boy like that. MJF is already like there when it comes to the potential because he's getting all the promos and spots. But it should be a good match. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not upset about it. I just guessed wrong. That was it. I looked like a complete fool tonight because my whole card was destroyed. But it's all right. What they have planned is what they have planned. They are professionals. I'm just this regular guy on YouTube talking about how I can make Double or Nothing card awesome. They proved me wrong. That's all. I can have my opinion. That's all it is. And then we had the Kazarian and John Moxley match right after that. Very physical, very hard-hitting, very intense.
Wow, they put that match on that time?
Yeah, right there at that time. Right there at that time.
They must have known something.
John Moxley jumps off the top rope onto the outside to hit Kazarian, and Kazarian just picks up his foot, and John Moxley just eats all of boot. It was a straight brawl. Whatever you can think of a brawl was, of an inside the ring, a little bit of the outside of the ring brawl, that's what the match was. It was a straight brawl. It started off as a technical match at first, and then it seemed like Kazarian hurt himself, another like injury spot, and then they just started brawling from there on out. It was just a straight brawl. And right after the brawl, the Dark Order came out and attacked John Moxley.
What?
Yeah, Dark Order came out, attacked Moxley. The rest of SCU tried to come out and help. They got beat up for that. Brody Lee comes out, hits Moxley, grabs the mic. He's talking about how Moxley put a bounty on his own head, and that he's here to accept the bounty and to collect. And that Moxley has something that he wants, and he grabs the AEW title. And Brody Lee throws the mic at Moxley. Moxley grabs the mic. He looks at Brody Lee, and he goes, all you had to do was ask. And drops the mic, and Brody Lee just kicks him in the mouth, takes the AEW title, and walks away.
So it's going to be Brody.
So it's going to be Brody Lee versus John Moxley at Double or Nothing.
That fast already?
Yeah. I gave the Kazarian and Moxley match 2 clouds. It was a good brawl. It's a nice brawl.
That's kind of funny that it was on that TV slot, that little time slot. Very, 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 very well. Very well done by that side over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because while that match was going on, WWE showed their production off once again. I kid you not. This was a bully beatdown. I gave him 1 cloud. I didn't care for the match because I knew what was going to happen. But off the entrance alone, Karrion Kross will be the NXT champion before the year is done. Guaranteed. He won't be in NXT for long. That is a fact. The way he came out tonight, 3 months minimum.
3 months minimum?
3 months minimum. Vince will get his hands on him. Ray, he looked like $1 million. Him and Scarlett in that entrance. Because they start off with a slow theme.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to it while I was watching AEW.
And then she's lip syncing the song out. And then when they get to the middle of the ring, they just keep showing her. And they said, pray, pray, and then boom, he shows up and it's like a flame all over the arena. But he's over 260 pounds. You could just tell he could suplex someone like Brock Lesnar. Like the way he has it like posture just to throw people around, like he's all about that. And then he has this move called the cross jacket, where he throws you up in the air and then catches you in a sleeper hold while you're coming down.
What's the point of throwing them in the air?
I have no idea.
I guess to show off the physique, I guess, and the strength.
But the way he grabs him with the neck, like it's just like this. Like
Who was he wrestling?
he was wrestling Leon Ruff, baby.
Leon Ruff? Yeah, it's gonna be rough for him.
Sheamus on SmackDown.
Yeah, Ruff is about 20 pounds soaking wet. Yeah, I kind of expect Kyrian Ruff to throw him
like
in the air.
a bat.
I kind of expect that.
That's why I said I didn't.
I wouldn't even give that a clown.
I did. I gave the entrance a clown.
Oh, you gave the entrance a clown.
I just said that.
So what's the match?
The match was just no. It was just the entrance. The match was a beatdown. I said
we don't rate entrances.
I'm rating this one. The saved it because it was his debut. It was $1 million. The entrance was sick.
Okay,
I give it. He's gonna be champion. It's set up. It's just perfectly set up.
Okay. I had a Brandy Road promo after, and she's addressing Lance and Jake.
Okay.
And she's telling her that her mother always used to tell her, "Don't F with anybody you don't know." And that was the message to Lance and Jake practically, that she's not afraid of them, and that she knows that if she goes out there to the ring and she addresses them in the ring, that Jake was going to push her up in the corner and try to intimidate her and all this other stuff, that she'll be the damsel in distress, and then here comes the hero to try to save the queen. And little do you know, it's end up to be a trap. And she says, "Well, this ain't the 1990s anymore. This ain't 91, Jake. I know your tricks. And I knew you was going to do that, but I'm not the one to mess with. I am the executive chief branding officer."
Ooh.
Yeah, she threw out her title.
Fierce.
It was a good promo. It was very good. It had that authority figure feel to it, but she's not an authority figure. Really. Well, she's an authority figure, I should say, but
It wasn't like a Stephanie promo.
no, because she owns the company. Like McMahon owns the company. So when Stephanie says something, she can get done because she is the daughter. She's like the owner's daughter.
No. Because when it comes to promos as chiefs and all that, Stephanie's in the top 3.
Yeah, no. It wasn't, but she's good.
Okay.
She's good. She's
Right.
good. You know what she was? She's a little bit better than Steph where they're at in their careers. You get what I'm saying?
I can't.
All right, you know how a prospect is like 23 years old and they compare him to somebody else's career at 23, and the prospect is being compared to them, but they're over exceeding the numbers as to the person they're being compared to
Yeah, but
at their point of stage in their age.
they were in 2 different situations.
I know, but I'm just letting you know, like, put into their situation at the time frame of their age and where they're at in the company and how long they've been in the company. She's a little bit better than Steph was. Remember when Steph was really bad in the 90s? And she started to learn a little bit. She was getting better. Well, Brandy is better, but she still needs to learn.
Well, Brandy wasn't thrown in the fire like Stephanie was. Stephanie was right there with Triple H in '99 when he was the champion, not knowing what to say or.
Oh, that's yeah.
She was thrown in fire.
Well, okay. Let's move on. Anyway, so I get QT Marshall versus Lance Archer. Lance Archer attacks a fan before the match. Don't know what fan. It was just one of those regular wrestlers that was just sitting there by ringside, and Lance just punches him and knocks him out. And that he was gone. He was gone. Never a word from him ever again. He was gone. QT got the bricks beat out of him. It wasn't a bully beatdown, but it was a beatdown. QT had that fighting spirit. Gets fired up, tries to make a few comebacks. Do a couple high pulls. Lance doesn't go down. Lance beats him down and just beats him down. Lance gets the claw down and he starts banging his head on the apron because he kicked out, and that's how Lance ended it, and that was the end of the match. He got 1.5 clouds. It was a good beatdown. It was nice, very well put. QT looked like he was that good babyface that can try to overcome the heel.
Okay.
So it was good. After the match, Dr. Britt Baker attacks Brandy because she came out with QT. She attacks Brandy from behind. She hits her with a DDT onto the mat on the outside, and then she throws her into the ring. little do you know, here's Lance Archer staring at her and just making sure she ain't moving, and she's laid out. And Jake the Snake comes into the ring with a snake. He brings the snake into the ring. This giant python into the ring. And I guess there was someone there in the crowd who was actually afraid of snakes, because that's all you heard them was yelling. And was just like, oh my God, there's an actual snake in the ring. Like, they were freaking out. And Jake just throws a snake on her, on Brandy, and lets the snake slither around on her. Oh shit. And Jake, like...
And Cody doesn't come out?
Cody had tweeted that he was going to take a shower and leave. So when I saw that tweet and I looked up, Brandy had gotten attacked. So I was like, I see. Cody wasn't there at the time. So that's the story they're going to go with. I like that. I like the segment a lot. I like the whole Jake the Snake and Jake bringing his snake back. It was cool. It was very, like, you know, being afraid of snakes is real. Everyone knows that.
When's the last time you've seen something like that?
Yeah, it was a real snake on TV. It's been a while, right? So it was really nice. What you got after yours? I have about I have 3 segments left.
Well, my next segment, so I'm getting myself ready, was for the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, very nice.
Io Shirai and Charlotte Flair.
All right, before you get into that, how many segments do you have left?
I have, including this Women's Championship, I have 5 segments left.
Oh, you can go away. Go all the way up till you get to your main event. You go all the way up to your main event. Go ahead. You take the floor.
Now back to the Women's Championship. It was a good match.
How you start off with like this whole announcer thing, and then all of a sudden come in and be like, it was a good match.
It was a good match. That's it. You know, you gotta get everyone in. It was good match. Had good spots. You know, typical. Flair and Shirai both showed moonsaults off. Both missed. They went outside. Charlotte had enough of Io's nonsense and hit her with a kendo stick. So the match ends in a DQ.
Wait. The match starts. They wrestled for a bit.
They wrestled. They had a match. They had a decent match. They each went for a moonsault. They both missed.
Yeah, I heard it was going to be a moonsault party.
Charlotte, of course, was getting ready to do the figure 4. Io kept fighting back. Then they went outside. Io went to try to do Io went to do a moonsault out the ring. She misses. Charlotte grabbed the kendo stick, cracked her. Bah! Match is over because she hit her with it. So she started hitting the knee again, and then right before she was going to go for the figure 4 on the turnbuckle, the beautiful Rhea Ripley returns. Attacks Charlotte Flair from behind. Charlotte grabs her belt. Rhea says, come back into my ring. Here's the line. Come past it. Io is blabbering in Japanese. She's having herself an Oscar moment. She starts going nuts because nobody acts like she has that look like no one acts for you, Rhea. Like, get out of here. Charlotte leaves. Rhea starts walking away. So now Io's looking at Rhea. So now Io's like, Rhea's just like, shut up. So they keep going all the way up to the entranceway. The whole time, Rhea's just telling Io, shut up. Rhea gets interviewed. As soon as all that happened, she says she wants her rematch, that Charlotte can't be up for a second time. Io comes back with the same gibberish. Rhea said, Taylor, shut up. They start attacking each other. They break it up. So now it looks like that this is going to be a triple threat fiesta with Rhea, Io, and Charlotte.
Okay.
And I guess they knew, you got to somehow continue having these good matches.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, put Rhea in it, because since Rhea's a hot commodity, and work out for the rating-wise. And then I had after that the second match of the Super Fake Cup that WWE's pulling off. It was Kushida versus the up and coming Jake Atlas.
I have a feeling Jake Atlas won this. Go ahead.
It was an okay match, fast paced in the beginning, a botched ending. It was visible. You
couldn't hide that.
Yeah, you couldn't. You know, Kushida wants to catch you with a jumping armbar. They jumped. Kushida wrapped air, I guess, but not the arm. And then when they got back down, he finally put the arm in his leg. And by the time he did that, Jake Atlas was already tapping. So by the time he did the armbar, the ref already had rang the bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's pretty bad.
Kushida wins. He's now 2-0. He says he's going to win.
I can't wait to hear this cloud rating. With a bad ending.
I gave it.
What you gave it?
I gave it 3/4 of a cloud.
That's a 1/4 of a cloud, my friend. 1/4 of a cloud match.
Because before
all that, care. Before
all that, I mean, first of all, I love Kushida. That's why. I would never.
So
you
gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. This guy, Jake Atlas didn't pull his arm out like when they're in the air, like enough for Kushida.
Okay.
Kushida did this with Tony Nese. Tony Nese is like more physical. Like,
Tony Nese is a walking fridge. I got it.
And they did it with no problem.
All right.
So after that one, Finn Balor comes out.
Oh yes, the moment I've been waiting for. Here we go.
And
here we go.
He comes out.
Yes.
He starts the promo by saying that his attack was just wrestling 101.
Okay.
Injure the main guy, you get the push.
Okay.
So he says the person who did it will not get a push. It will only be a squash.
Okay.
So NXT lied, or their commentators lied, because they said Balor was gonna address that he knew already who.
Balor was gonna reveal who attacked him, and then all of a sudden
him.
on WWE.com they said that the attacker
But
will confront Balor, and then nothing happened.
Nothing. He just had the promo.
So hold on, but I got something from in that promo. He said when you attack
the main guy,
when you attack the main guy,
injure the main
guy.
Injure the main guy.
You get the push. Who got the push because Balor got injured? Dexter Lumis.
Don't worry, because I'll get there.
Okay. I'm just saying.
So right after the Finn Balor promo, Cameron Grimes makes his return to NXT.
Oh my God, I haven't seen him in a long time.
He goes up against.
Him. He's so good.
He goes up against Denzel DeJournette.
Oh, that sounds like a squash match.
It was a squash match. It was to build up Grimes. I gave it a half a cloud. Grimes went on to say he would slap anybody in NXT in a promo. Now, Ray, guess who came back outside to the ring?
No idea.
Yes, Finn Balor comes back outside. Finn Balor approaches him and says, "You say you want to slap somebody? Slap me then. Slap me in my face." He doesn't do it the first 2 times. Balor goes, "That's what I thought." He goes in, tries to hit him. Balor attacks him real quick, hits him with the sling blade. They will have a match next week on NXT. And then Balor gets to the camera and says that there is a snake in the locker room. And the best way to kill a snake is to go for its head.
Okay. That gives me no information whatsoever.
There wasn't. The
only information I got
from even started the promo with the promo. He thought that only the upper executives were the snakes of the companies. Until this happened, that he got attacked.
Oh, I see what he did. He
started with that. He started the promo.
The Dax and Cash
he
leaked of creative.
He got on the mic and he just went, for a company that we do, I usually think the upper executives are the snakes. Until last week, what happened to me, I find out there's snakes in our own locker room, and I was like, okay.
All right, shoot promos.
And now I'm up to my main event.
All right, so let me catch up to my main event. I got a couple things real quick, nothing too serious. At Double or Nothing, we will have the Money in the Bank match. I'm sorry, the Casino
What?
Ladder match. The Casino Ladder match.
Rip off.
We're gonna have a Casino Ladder
What a-
match.
What a gimmick.
We have a Casino Ladder match to determine who is the number one contender for the World Heavyweight title. So I guess that's gonna, because last year they had the Casino Royal Rumble. This year they're gonna have the Casino Ladder match. So I guess they're gonna
just gimmick it out every year.
gimmick it out every year. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Alright.
It keeps it, it's different. So every year you're getting something different. They did not announce anybody who's in it.
Oof, that's bad.
Whatsoever. They just announced that. They'll probably announce it little by little throughout. They have weeks.
Isn't it so?
3 weeks from now. It's in 3 weeks from now. So you have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's at the end of
2 weeks.
May 25th, I believe, is the pay-per-view. May 25th, I believe. Let's see. Nope. It might be May 23rd should be the pay-per-view. So that's 1, 2, 3 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. They have time. They have time to announce people.
Okay.
Does WWE release everybody who's in the Rumble the same day they announce it? No.
Yeah, you
don't.
gotta find out.
They don't. No, they don't. They'll let you know that the Royal Rumble competitors a week before the Royal Rumble. Anyway, then we had a Darby Allin promo, which was very interesting. Taz offered to help Darby out.
What, as a manager?
As basically, how Arn is helping Cody.
Jake is with Lance.
So I guess they're trying to put Taz and Darby together. Which it would be a unique, interesting duo. It'd be very fun to watch. And then for next week's show, we have Brody Lee versus Christopher Daniels. MJF is in action. We have the Jurassic Express versus Best Friends. So I'm going to get me a little bit of my Orange Cassidy in. I can always watch that guy. We have a Jake and Lance interview. And then we have Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford versus Dr. Britt Baker versus Hikita Shirita in a number one contenders fatal four-way match.
Beautiful.
And then we also have Chris Jericho in action as well.
Excellent.
And then I'm up to my main event, so you can take yours. Go, you.
Well, before the main event, the Riddle Man was interviewed.
Oh, Matt Riddle.
With the blue-eyed Thatcher.
The brown-eyed Thatcher, but okay.
They obviously get asked about the promo that Imperium did about challenging them for the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Riddle was like, all they had to do was ask. Challenge is accepted. And then he said, Timothy, what do you think? And he said, you knock him out and I'll tap him out. Promo ends.
Very nice. I like that.
They showed a little picture for next week. And then the main event
of the evening.
The Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship.
Okay.
It was a good match. Had a nice little pace. Obviously, commercial break killed about probably 4 good minutes of the match that they could have used. Towards the end, Fish and Strong came out to help. And guess who appeared in front of them? Yoga. Dexter Loomis. Appears out of nowhere.
Okay.
Attacks Fish and Roderick Strong. Strong comes running at him. He throws Strong in the air to hit the apron. The referee's trying to get Dexter's attention. Strong hits the referee while coming down. Dream had already hit the Dream Valley Driver, got in the top rope, hit his elbow drop. He counted 1, 2, 3 himself. Ruff was knocked out. So he saw everyone outside, Loomis, Strong, and Fish. He jumps on the third rope, throws himself at all of them. They go down. Referee starts to wake up. He comes back in the ring. Adam Cole super kicks him, hits him with the last shot. Cole retains the title.
That's a stupid ending.
I gave it 2 clouds.
You gave it 2 clouds?
Yes.
For that?
Adam Cole, baby.
Oh my God. Oh, sweet
Still
baby.
champion.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Today he was at 354 days.
Wow.
As the champion. He's the longest reigning NXT champion in history.
Is he really?
Yes.
I thought it was he beat Finn Balor's record.
300. He's at 354.
Huh, that's interesting.
So next week he'll be at 361, and then
The week after
he'll officially be past a year, fully a year.
Yeah, 4 years champion. Okay, that's interesting.
And that was NXT.
All right. Well,
Takeover, baby.
I have myself a good old street fight match. This match would have gotten 5 stars.
Here we go.
It would have gotten 5 stars.
Here we
But
go.
because of a certain somebody, I had to knock it down. I mean, I would have given it 5 clouds, but I had to knock it down to a complete 1 cloud.
Wow.
I had to knock it down.
You messed up.
I had to knock it down for a complete 1 cloud. It's not about the mess up. It's about the attempt of what happened. So just wait. Just wait and see. Okay? So we have the Sex Gods versus Broken Matt Hardy and Kenny Omega. Starts off by Pineapple Pete taking a shot at Jericho. Right? That's how we start off. When the Sex Gods come out, Pineapple Pete trying to attack Jericho. They start arguing. Jericho has this metal aluminum bat in his hand, hits the guardrail like, I'm going to hit you. If I'm going to hit you, better back up. Pineapple Pete's like, I'm not afraid of you. I'm going to beat you. And Jake Hager's just staring there like a lost cause. Like, all right, Pineapple Pete, you know, if you come over, I'm just going to kill you, right? But he has that subtle face like,
Right.
I just don't do it. Please, I just want to be relaxed here. Don't do it. So they go to commercial break. And on the back of commercial break, I heard the countdown for Kenny Omega's music. They're like in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cue the music. And then all of a sudden, you see Kenny Omega music gets played. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is good production. This is a good job. They announced that it will be Pineapple Pete versus Jericho next week. So I got that match. That's who Jericho's facing next week. I just don't know who MJF is facing. Kenny Omega comes into the ring, and this is how good Kenny Omega is. Kenny Omega comes into the ring. He looks at Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, and Chris Jericho. He talks to the ref. He's like, "Ref, come here. Come here, ref. Come here." And he points out. He's like, what's Jake doing here? Ref tells him, "There's nothing I can do about it. There's no rules." And Kenny's just like, "You got me. I'm kidding me right now." So basically, it's gonna be like almost a 3-on-2. So Broken Matt Hardy comes out, and Hardy starts off the match by biting Sammy Guevara's hand. That's how the match starts. He just attacks Sammy and just starts biting his hand. Ref rings the bell. Match starts. I got a Will-O-Wisp by Kenny and Matt.
Wow.
So Matt does the whole Matt Hardy thing, and Kenny is supposed to be Jeff Hardy, but instead of doing the whole like with his legs, he does it with his back. Then they beat down Kenny for a bit. They got rid of Matt, and then they do the Sex God pose. So Sammy Guevara does the breakdown spin, and then that whole pose that they do at the end of the breakdown spin, and then here comes Jericho, his elbow on top of his knee, just with his fist balled up underneath his chin, and just smiling at the camera. They call it the Sex God pose, right? Kenny gets beat down. Hardy was taken out by Jericho, and then he comes back. But something's weird about Hardy when he comes back. I haven't noticed it. I noticed it, but I didn't realize why. So I'm like, okay, Matt Hardy came back. He looks a little different now. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's Matt Hardy and his craziness. So he probably just took off the jacket. He's like, oh, it's too hot to listen to this damn thing. It just started that way. Jericho grabs the bat, beats up on Kenny. Sammy Guevara tries to do a shooting star. He misses that. Matt Hardy, they set up a ladder and a table, and they put Sammy on top of the table. And Matt Hardy goes like on top of the ladder, but not at the very top. And he just does like this splash onto Sammy through the table and takes him out. Jake pulls out the ref when they try to count. Kenny goes to try to jump on Jake to take him out. That whole nice little like throw he does off the top.
Yeah.
And Jake ends up just grabbing him and throwing him. And now it looks like it's going to be Jake Hager versus Jericho. It's going to be Jake Hager and Jericho versus Matt Hardy and Kenny now, because Sammy's done and he got put through a table. Mm-hmm. So now commercial break, they do the side-by-side. You see Jericho You see all four of them now. They're just going through the arena. They're fighting through the crowd and fighting through the arena. They end up backstage somewhere.
Okay.
All right. So this is where it gets. This is where I was like, oh no, I can't. I can't right now. This is too. This is where my mind got blown. So Matt Hardy puts Jericho in an ice box. You know the ice box for the ice bags? He puts them in there. Jericho comes out of the ice box, throws a 20-pound bag of ice right into Matt Hardy's face. Cracks him. Him and Jake, they take him and they lock him inside of the ice box. Kenny comes out of nowhere with a trash can. He hits Jericho and Jake with it over the head. Clean headshots. Like he hit him and the trash can bounced right off of Jake Hager's head. Boop.
Nice.
Clean headshots. Right? Sammy comes back and gets thrown into a steel gate. Steel gates that you see with the doors that the stores use to close the stores. Yeah, Kenny picked him up and like as a power bomb and had him power bomb and tossed him into the steel gate just like that, right? Jericho comes out with this big yellow cart and runs Kenny over with it. Jericho gets hit with a wet floor sign, so Kenny grabs it and he cracks it over Jericho's back. He breaks it in half. Completely broke the wet floor sign in half. Now you know those things are those yellow hard plastics, so imagine how hard he had to hit him. Matt comes back. Matt's climbing out of the icebox. He now has his jacket. So apparently, Matt was wrestling as Damascus. Gets taken out by Jericho. Comes back as Matt Hardy. This is what I'm being told. Comes back as Matt Hardy. And got put into the icebox, and now Damascus is back.
What?
I took that whole entire thing that I was told and paid it no mind. I said Matt Hardy is just being Matt Hardy. That's how I looked at it. I said, I'm going to call you Matt Hardy. I'm not calling you Damascus. I'm not calling you Broken Matt Hardy. I'm just going to call you Matt Hardy. And I'm going to let this street fight play out. Because this is a really good street fight. And that nonsense, I am not going to cut it. I am not going to allow you to ruin this street fight right now for me. Because this is amazing.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You just said, all right, whatever. Just do what you got to do.
Just do what you got to do. And he did. He jumps into a cart. You know the cart-off carts that they use in the football games? Yeah. He jumps into one of those. He proceeds to run Chris Jericho over. He tells Kenny Omega to come into the cart with him. They go into the cart and they drive through the tunnel that the Jaguars come out of. They drive down that tunnel. They make a U-turn and they're coming back. Now they're coming back and you see the camera facing the cart coming at you, and you see Sammy Guevara just running from this cart. He is running from this cart, and now they're going at least 25 miles an hour. I can't say 20, about maybe 12, 15 miles per hour. Sammy gets killed. Sammy took a shot off the dome on the side of the cart, and he just got turned inside out. So they practically committed murder twice with this cart. Kenny, all of a sudden, they take Jericho, they put him on some tables. Kenny goes on the scissor lift. He raises the scissor lift. It goes up about maybe 10 feet high. And all of a sudden, Jake Hager comes back out. He starts attacking Matt Hardy. Jericho gets up. Sammy Guevara comes out of nowhere. And Kenny Omega decides to do a moonsault off this scissor lift onto 3 people. And he did it with no hesitation. He looked at them. He turned around. He did the moonsault. He didn't even wait for them to set up or nothing. And he just did the moonsault and threw himself off. Nearly killed everybody. Ortiz and Santana come out. They attack everybody. They put Matt Hardy through 2 tables and then attack Kenny. Chris Jericho hits the Judas effect and he wins. He pins Kenny. They end the match. All of Inner Circle is standing there together on the tunnel. They all have their hands up, and in the back you can see the big scoreboard of Jacksonville, and in the back of it you see Inner Circle, big. Nice and big. And that's how my main event was. I gave it 4 clouds. It would have been 5 had I not known that Matt Hardy tried to do a switcheroo mid-match. Wow. And try to be 2 characters at once. what a main event. There was so much going on. I couldn't write everything.
Not bad. Not bad.
So I think AEW won the night with that match alone.
The Karrion Kross was $1 million.
I can give you that. I can give you that. I can give you that. But this main event,
it sounds like
this main event was amazing.
Nuts.
And just Matt Hardy just being Matt Hardy. Just gotta let it be.
You know, when Kenny fights, you just follow. He does all the hard stuff for everyone. Just follow the way to success. Like just follow him.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. If you like what you heard, just click that like button, click subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. You guys have any questions, comments, you guys want to correct us, positive, negative, we're Brooklyn boys. We got tough skin. Leave it down below. Thank you for everything. And always remember, it's never a bad thing for a roll-up in wrestling.